Welcome to Inspiring Narratives, your favorite channel for uplifting stories, renewed hope, and cultivating a deeper connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Discover with me how turning to Allah can lead you to amazing changes in your life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are back with another uplifting story that will, by the grace of Allah, strengthen your faith and renew your hope, inshaAllah. Let's start by sending peace and blessings on our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Do say it with me. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Get yourself a drink and get comfortable, and let's get started with our story. This is from one of our lovely sisters. She says, after hearing many stories about the blessings of the Hawqala, which is the saying of La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, she goes on to say, I felt compelled to share one from my own family, specifically about my sister's son. He struggled in school and failed his 10th grade exams twice. Frustrated and unsure of what to do, my sister decided not to pursue further education for him. During this time, he was teased by his peers. His family loved him deeply. It was the people around him that had no mercy and often said horrible and hurtful things to him. He no longer studied, and instead he went to the UAE and started working as a watchman at the main gate of a company. After just a few months of working in the UAE, he suffered a mental health crisis. He went back home where he was hospitalized for 3 months. Alhamdulillah, with Allah's blessings, he recovered. However, during this difficult time, he was subjected to more mockery and belittlement from those around him, who saw his academic struggles as a sign of failure. Adding to this, his younger brother, often praised for being more handsome and fit and educated, was constantly being compared to him. This relentless comparison deeply affected his self-esteem, and ultimately, it's what led and contributed to his mental breakdown. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped him during this difficult time. He travelled again to the UAE. This time he became devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He would attend religious classes, and it was during one of these classes he learned about the Hawqala and started practicing and fell in love with it. In a short span of time, he learned to speak Arabic, Urdu, and Tagalog. He worked as a watchman, and not long after that, he was promoted to an office boy in the same company. Also, in between, he began doing other odd jobs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continued to bless him with better jobs and a higher salary. He became obsessed with the Hawqala to the point where if he was speaking to someone, he would say La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah first and then talk. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with a wonderful wife and 2 beautiful daughters, a beautiful house in our native country, as well as in the UAE. He lives with his beautiful wife and children in the UAE. He received all these blessings without debt. If ever he borrowed money from anyone, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would bless him to pay it back before the promised time. He is afraid of taking a loan due to interest. He hates interest because he knows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden it to us. So he put his complete reliance in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and was ready to work harder to avoid it. That's how he was able to live the life he's living now without debt. You won't believe Sarah. He started his career with 1,000 dirhams monthly salary. Now may Allah bless him. He owns his own company, and he is the owner of 10 goods transporting trucks in the UAE. Sarah, they came to our native country a few months back for his youngest brother's wedding. During that function, his wife lost her 12-gram gold bangle, which she had brought from the UAE to wear at the wedding. The first thing he said upon hearing this news was, Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has blessed me with so much. He was kind enough only to take a gold bangle from me. I am grateful he didn't take our health or any other more valuable blessings he has blessed us with. Hawqala has a great power to strengthen our mental health too. He is a living example of this. May Allah bless him. This doesn't mean he hasn't had his fair share of tests, because he has. He was jailed due to a complaint filed against him by his business partner in the UAE. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had prepared him for this difficult time, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspired him to read Surah Yusuf a short time before this happened. And he would reflect on the messages within this surah. And this gave him strength and reassurance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was with him. He said, I never feel alone. He said he kept himself busy with the Hawqala and the messages he got from Surah Yusuf. This all happened during the Eid holidays. Alhamdulillah, after the Eid holidays, he was released. Subhanallah, all the officials and even his partner's lawyer knew he was innocent. It was only after this negative experience he started his own company. Today, his achievements far surpass that of his younger brother, who has not been able to reach even half of what he has in terms of wealth. This story is a testament to the power of Allah's mercy and the transformative impact of dhikr in overcoming life's challenges. With the dhikr of Hawqala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthened his faith and gave him a wonderful, blissful life. We can't put into words the effects of this dhikr, sister. It gives absolute unpredictable answers and unimaginable blessings. And I want to say, Jazaki Allahu khairan, my dear sister, for sharing that wonderful story with us. May Allah continue to bless him. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. I pray Allah blesses each and every one of you with all your dreams and desires. May your remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill your heart with so much joy and peace. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. This brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did. I love to hear your thoughts, so do leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.